Hi, I'm Alex and welcome to my YouTube channel. I just simply want to show you today the simplest way to understand how you move your hips back and through. And we all know hips are the source to power in the golf swing. So getting this right is guaranteed to add some yards. Trust me. So all you're going to need is an alignment stick. And if you haven't got one of these already, we don't just use them on this drill, but we use them on loads of the tips here on the channel. So yeah, I would really recommend one. So place it through your belt rungs, and this is just really going to highlight to you what my hips are doing. And then if you've got one on, or if you don't, it doesn't really matter, but it just helps your understanding. But then you can follow along with me and hit all the perfect, simple technical points. At this point, we don't need a club in our hand. Just put a golf ball on the ground and just address it, just so you've got a bit of a focus point. And I'm doing this as if I've got driver in my hand. You can choose your most favoured club. So, you can see when I'm starting over the golf ball, we want to make sure, and this is a great grounding area, that our feet, hips, knees and shoulders are all running parallel. We don't want to start here in a little bit of a mishmash and all feeling a little bit different, because that will really determine the way in which your pelvis can move. So if I stand here right now, you can see that I've got a nice flat back and I've got my tailbone sticking up and I've not got my shoulders crunched over and my tailbone tucked under. I've got a nice athletic position and my spine is nice and flat. We're not in S and we're not in C posture, okay? That is really, really important because that's going to allow your hips to move into a place. Now, if I just show you what we're looking for is the move of the hips to move like this and like this. Watch. This is the point at which I want you to follow along. Put your hands in front of you, clench your fists, okay? You're going to leave your front fist, so my left hand for a right-handed golfer, where it is. What I want you to do here is, I want you to imagine you're pulling a heavy weight towards you. Now look at my hips here. My hips have turned less than my shoulders, but they have got a nice turn to them because I'm pulling a heavy weight through. Now also look how my right hip is higher than my left. I'm starting to coil up. So that's the first part of this. And what I would recommend there is just doing maybe 10, 15 reps of just the backswing, just this move. You honestly just do the right thing because you're in the right position to start with, and the drill, well, it really works. Now moving into downswing. Now, I know you're really starting to understand this now. You're really starting to get that coil up in the backswing. So let's just remind you, get into that really athletic golf posture. Fists out in front of you. Pull the back wrist back. Now look how you're in posture from that down the line perspective. Now for you to learn this uncoiling in the downswing, as I said at the start, it couldn't be any simpler. This is why I'm really excited. So you're going to coil up, and what I want you to think about here is getting your alignment stick to point to target before you punch your right fist back down. Watch this. Up, hips open, punch down. Up, hips open, point my alignment stick to target, punch down. Now look where I am at impact. Everything that we're looking for. Hips open to shoulders, nice and athletic, easy to get there. So watch again. Up, look how my alignment stick points to you when I get this correctly. Now look as I get down, I point my alignment stick to target, then I punch down to the ground. Let's just now have a look at this from down the line perspective. So again, nice athletic posture, you can see that right there. I'm coiling up. I'm going to point my alignment stick to target before I punch my right fist down. And you know what? Don't be scared with this. Don't be scared to give it a little bit of speed, a little bit of force, a little bit of athleticism into this downswing. Because at the end of the day, if we want to hit it a little bit further, we know we have to learn to uncoil in that downswing. And you now have the means to do this correctly in the backswing and now in the downswing. And I'm so happy you've watched this, because you're going to get that full understanding of this. Look how good that is. Right, well, it's absolutely freezing today. Let's grab the driver out, and you know what? This glove is going to keep my hands warm. So it's about time we hit one away. Don't need the alignment stick anymore. You're going to use the same analogy. Now, one little tip that I have is, you've got your belt rungs here, haven't you, where your belt sits through. Let's imagine this one is our alignment stick. Let's get this one pointing to target before we punch down. So just like this. So we're going to swing up, point it to target, punch down. And this is so great. You're going to love this. Just look. Club drops into position, and I absolutely think this is so great in this downswing. Right, let's hit this one away. It's going to feel like the club just is sort of dropping in the space for us. Oh, high draws for days. My hands are so cold I couldn't do the tiger twirl. But that is exactly why I wanted to show you this today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow at the same time.